patience and kindness. He shows the way, turning clouds of confusion into a sunny day. He's got the wisdom of the real world skies, guiding us higher, helping us realize that flying's not just a dream in the blue. With Forder by your side, you can make it true. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. He speaks in calm tones, steady, clear, breaking down the lessons, erasing the fear. From takeoff to landing, he covers it all. In his virtual cockpit, you'll never feel small. A community's heart, a mentor, a friend. He'll stick by your side till the lessons end. It's more than a game, it's the art of the air. And with Forder's guidance, you'll always get there. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. From the first cold start to a perfect glide, Forder's dedication is our joy and pride. In every stream there's magic to find, a passion for flying and a heart so kind. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. So here's to Forder, our guide in the air, a pilot of patience with a heart that cares. With every new lesson, our dreams take flight. Flying with Forder, we reach new heights.
And a great big hello to everyone here. How you doing, everyone? Looking good. Lighting is crazy. What's going on in my studio here? How's it going? It's a Tuesday evening, and guess what? What kind of lesson would we have tonight? Well, we're just going to celebrate the awards from Saturday. And maybe one of the competitors will show us how it's done again. And I'm going to open it up to the whole place, the whole airport, so that you guys can give it a try also. Try the approach, try the landing, see if you can actually land on the dots yourself. It's so much fun. And by the way, Say Intentions, I just noticed tonight, has a new version of the client out. So what else did they put in there? You never know. So make sure you run Say Intentions first, and then go to the airport and see the dots like you see here behind me in these two pictures here. These two, yeah, right, yeah, that. You guys, welcome and thanks for tuning in, and let's go see who won. And that was a tough one because we didn't have a perfect score across the board. Didn't happen. And that has happened before at Oshkosh. It didn't happen this time here. So it's like, what was different? And I do want to mention that although not a sponsor, they certainly give us a lot of support here. And that's Say Intentions. They made these dots for our competition. So that was really good of them. And they're also giving away a free month to the winner of Say Intentions. So, you know, that's something that's really nice of them to do. They don't have to do any of that. And it was pretty cool. I also want to mention that there are prizes for first, second, and third, and certificates to hand out. And that's what we're doing tonight. All right. And then after that, it's free fly or free whatever we want to do, even if we want to go fly somewhere. So let's get over to the main screen and let's say hi to everyone. Hey, Andrew's here, and I'm not. How's it going, Andrew?
Good evening.
There he is. Yeah.
Not too bad. Good evening, everybody.
I guess the last time we were here, I had mine turned off. There we go. I'm back. So this is the awards night, you guys. Good evening from North Carolina. No, Number, California. Okay, call me crazy. How you doing? And LT Bob, Lieutenant Bob, maybe? Lieutenant Bob, 83. Hey there, how you doing? And Super Ty's talking about the weather. Andrew, that's your favorite topic, right? How's the weather, everybody? Gather around, bring your friends, everybody. So this is our Tuesday evening, typically a lesson. Let me just mention what's coming up, though. It's been a lot of work. And even getting the awards ready is a lot of work, too, you guys. I've spent a lot of time making certificates and finding out who really won, because it was tough to do, especially when you're managing the stream and you can't watch every landing. So we have a lesson next week on acronyms. Now, this is a series I'm starting because there are tons of them, and I get so many people asking me to explain the more detailed ones. And so the two that are probably required to start with, which will be next week, and then who knows when I'll do another acronym night, but next week we'll talk about airspaces, and we'll also talk about minimum elevations. And those are important, and a lot of people are very confused about this stuff. Comes right out of ground school. This is a picture of SkyVector. Anyone can go to SkyVector and now look at it and go, how do I plan again? And this is a real planning tool. Pilots use this. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to give you some references. We're going to show you some reference documents. We're going to show you some reference websites. But we'll certainly explain the most common confused ones that are out there. And that'll be next Tuesday. So that's needed. I've been putting it on a back burner, and I'm finally going to bring it out and use it. And I still have to add more to it. So there's about another day or so to work on this lesson. That will be next Tuesday. I don't have a poster ready for the Tuesday after that. I am thinking that might be the Tuesday that we have Rad Baron on as our guest pilot and the person who's going to help us with real search and rescue. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll get a poster ready for that and get going with that. Oh, please replace the word acronym with TLAs. Why? Why? Tell us why. What's TLAs? So, acronyms are short forms for longer sentences, longer phrases. Typically, they could be mnemonics, like GUMPS is a mnemonic, but that just stands for, it's just a way for us to memorize what to do when we're on downwind, right? That kind of thing, right? Next Saturday, yeah, that's true, Strap. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true. TLAs, three-letter acronyms. Well, they're not all three letters, right? It's early dev, so let's have a look at some of them here that I'm going to be talking about. Like even an ATS route is a phrase, really. I mean, it is three letters and then a phrase. But you take a look at Mora or Grid Mora. Those are Mora. The word Mora itself and Mocha are four letters. So I'm just looking at my list and going, yeah, some of them are three letters. Maybe a lot of them are, but certainly there are as many as we need. Postmaster says GCAS. Yeah, there's a four-letter. See? So, Srap, thanks for mentioning that. I forgot. I can't forget. I got to do it. But next Saturday, you guys, I'm hosting for FS Expo on the FS Expo channel, their YouTube channel. And we've got a panelist, and it's a live stream with panelists from the Flight Sim Association, you guys. And Evan has asked me to jump in and be the moderator. That's great. I can do that. And really what we're hearing, and this is a controversial area. It's an area that's all over Facebook. It's an area that every one of us have an opinion. We all know that it was a rough start for Microsoft for Flight Sim 2024. And we all know that it probably came out too early. But most people were chomping at the bit all year waiting for it to come out. So could they really have delayed it? And that's really the whole essence of what we're going to be talking about. The panelists that we have, the lineup that we have on the panel are the ones who were already on the FSA panel and already predicted what to expect. And now this is a follow-up to say, did it meet your expectations? So we can already guess what's going to happen there. And I'm the one that said, sure, throw me in there. I'll I'll be the moderator, and that could end up being quite the can of worms. But it could be an interesting session. We do want to hear what they have to say about it. You guys know my opinion of it. I use it all the time. You know that our session tonight, we're doing awards for something we did in 2024. This landing challenge. So it's this session is not that it's going to all be negative. It's not going to be that it's all we're never going near 24, which you hear a lot on Facebook, right? People actually getting refunds and stuff. Millions of us are using 24 and living with the bumps and bruises for now. But let's hear what they have to say on Saturday as we do that session, you guys. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you'll tune in, and we'll see how that goes. All right, Andrew, news from you before we start, other than the weather. Because I know you like talking about the weather, especially if it's coming up good.
Oh, not much.
Not much. Okay, so I didn't know. I mean, you came into the stream late, and I didn't have a chance to ask you what's happening.
I will say that you're not coming through on Zoom. I'm only hearing you through on the stream.
Really? Check a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, really? Is that true? Well, son of a gun. What's going on there? Yeah. See, we should have tested ahead of time. What have I got for a microphone? Blah, ba, da, ba, oh, it's my new microphone. Yes, for my sound card, which I'll test on Thursday, you guys. Okay, that's what happened. The new microphone I plugged in automatically Zoom switched to it. Don't you hate the automatic stuff, you guys? So I think it might be this guy. Test 1, 2, 3, Andrew.
There you are.
Okay. So thanks for that. Thanks for saying so. Look at you being patient with me, right? The slush is melting. See, let's talk about the weather, you guys. Isn't that what you talk about when you have nothing else to talk about? Isn't that what it is? All right, so we want to get on with the awards. This is Tuesday. And so what I'll do, you guys, just like our typical Tuesday, we'll move over to the resort. Have you guys not been to the resort? The resort, And by the way, Dane Simer actually made a new version of the resort with the Say Intentions logo on there because we're a partner. And I didn't realize it, but he put it into 3 places. And I thought, well, that's a lot of logos. He wanted me to pick one. I didn't realize. I just love the fact that he modified it. So now I realize after a back and forth a bit, I realized that I should pick one of them. So he's going to probably refine that and bring out a new version of the resort, which has the Say Intentions logo. It now has, I think there was still snow back on the dots again, but still snow's off the dots. It has dots there for landing if you ever want to do some practicing. And it also has a control tower, and it also has a hangar and all this other good stuff. And of course, the resort looks wonderful, you guys. And if you want to see a change in scenery, change it over to a summer look and see all the foliage that's around and all the plants and everything. It's actually wonderful. So he's doing such a great job on the resort, you guys, and that would be so much fun. Is that the good new one? Yeah. Ford Resort, Ford Jatina. That might not be the new one, Srap. I think I might have a Resort 2024. I think that one is for those in 2020. Let me just have a look. Resort 2024.
Nope, that's the 24 one.
Oh, that is the 24 one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm sure I thought it had the word Dane Simer or Simer on it. Maybe it's the zip file.
Well, I clicked on it, and it's got an X for 2020 and a check mark for 24.
Okay, way to go, Srap. He's so good, you guys. I shouldn't even doubt it. I just don't want to. I just want to make sure you get the right one, you guys, because we do have the 2020 version still for those who want it, and it's the old version of the resort, but it's still there for you. All right, let's go find out what's it all about, Alfie, and then we'll get down to the field and go check it out. That's what we'll do, you guys. So let's start out with the awards, and what I want to do is just do a quick recap of what exactly it's all about. There are some who have tuned in tonight who have no idea what we're talking about. I won't go through the whole presentation again. I won't go through it like I said I wouldn't do on Thursday either. But there's a couple of things we do want to talk about just to put it in perspective. All right. And so the first thing I want to mention is, first of all, sun and fun. And then the word Oshkosh. There's those two. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. So if you see me turn away from the camera, I have no idea. Maybe I need to dust my studio. So Sun and Fun, you guys, is an event. These are two events that happen in North America. The Sun and Fun one happens coming up in April. The Oshkosh one happens in July. These are two expos, aviation expos, where 10,000 pilots fly in, 200,000 people show up for the week, and air shows every day, exhibition of every vendor you can think of. Airplanes are all there. It's aviation, eat, sleep, and drink every day of the week while you're there. And so I work at Sun and Fun as a volunteer. And a lot of you heard this already. I'm sorry it's repetitive, but for those who are new in the stream, you may not know that. And for that reason, I'm right involved in it heavily, and I'm loving every minute of it because I'm around airplanes. I get to smell avgas every day of the week, and I'm just loving every minute of it. So both of these events attract thousands of people, and home-built airplanes, military airplanes, every kind of airplane, every kind of aircraft you can think of. The one at Oshkosh is the bigger one with more runways and a branch on the Fisk approach where you go off into two different runways. That's nice that they can do that. They need two controllers, two different towers for that. So it's a bigger event for sure. Sun and Fun has a single tower, and we come down the single approach and then branch off depending on the wind. We go off to 10 or we go off to 28, and they turn the taxiway into a runway and put dots on it. Now, we've been very lucky that Say Intentions has put the dots on that taxiway for us, not as a scenery file where you have to take the whole airport and start from scratch, but as a dynamic injection where it just puts the dots on the runway for us if you're running the Say Intentions client first. And that is so cool, and that's how we made this event happen, so that we could have the dots to land on. Otherwise, we would have had to take it to the resort and do it there. It's better to do it at Lakeland with the actual approach and then the actual dots where they're supposed to be. And so that's what we've done here. And Srap's got a link in there. That is the real link to Fly Sun and Fun. And on there you can also find the volunteer section where you can go and volunteer for anything. We use 2,000 volunteers for that week. And my group is just a small subset of that. We're airside operations, you guys. I actually have my airside operations hat. It's probably not going to show up, right? Oh no! Look at because it's almost green. This is my yellow hat. I'll go grab my red one, but this is airside operations, right? And that's because it's a yellow hat. It's almost showing up under my green screen there. But and that's volunteers get a hat and a T-shirt, and certainly I have some camp space at my campsite where you could pitch your tent if you want for free for the week. And then if you come back the second year, you get free camping. That's for sure. Anyway, that's at Sun and Fun. Now, because that event is happening April 1st for real, in March 8th and 9th, Sim in Fun is going to happen, 8th and 9th, with Pilot Edge. And Pilot Edge will make the scenery, and you'll use their client with their live controllers and do that same approach we did in our landing challenge. But you're not supposed to land on the dot. You're supposed to use the dot as your threshold, which is real life, right? And that's what the dots are there for, so they can land more than one plane on the runway, in this case the temporary runway, at the same time. And that's a special FAA license they have that week. So that's happening March 8th and 9th. So we had to have our landing challenge happen before that. But now, all of you who flew the Lake Parker approach here in this landing challenge now know how to do it. You could actually enroll in the Pilot Edge one coming up on the 8th and 9th of March. That's just, what, a week away? 2 weeks away? I don't know. What's today? But, it's close. So now we've finished our event before their event, and their event is happening before the real event. See how that works, you guys? Now, when it comes up to June, we're going to be doing the Oshkosh Landing Challenge. All right, so we'll be doing the same thing again. We've been doing that since 2020 came out. So 2021, 2022, 2023, this will be our 4th year we do the Oshkosh event. And in fact, we did 2 Oshkosh events 1 year. So this will be the 5th time we do it. So that's how we know what to do and how to make it happen. And it's a lot of fun. And we do this in Microsoft Flight Simulator and now in Flight Simulator 2024. All right, so that's why we're doing it. I'm going to say it right now. I'm a pilot. This is a bucket list, and I've got that bucket list done now. Coming into Oshkosh was a bucket list for every single pilot. They all want to fly the Fisk approach and say they've done it. We all want to fly in and camp under our wing and say we've done it. And so this is something that is cool that we get to do in the sim. Before anyone else even knew this sort of thing existed, we were doing it in the sim in 2020, and in fact in the year 2021. January 2021 was our first one. So that's what we've done, and it's a lot of fun, you guys. So that's why we're doing it here at Sun and Fun, because they also have dots. You also camp under the wing, and you also enjoy this whole event. Now, let me just mention how we're going to make it all happen here. Kate is in the house. My pilot bucket list is to have a PPL. Yeah, Kate, that's a good bucket list to have. Yeah, that's the first bucket list item, and from there, the sky's the limit, as they say, right? Yeah, and then you can go places. That's for sure, right? So that's great that you've actually jumped in here. That's cool. So let me just move on to. I want to just move on a couple of slides here to here. We have the actual NOTAM, and it's now called a NOTAM again, you guys. It's back again. We have the NOTAM, the real one for Sun and Fun Lake Parker Approach for that event. That's the exact NOTAM we're using right now from 2024. The one for 2025 will be released probably just before Pilot Edge does theirs, and then they'll have a look and see what's different. Could be any day now, and I'll be notified when that happens, and then we can grab the new one. But it was fine. It's going to be similar to what we just did in 2024, which is the version that I gave out. All of the competitors had the real NOTAM. I think I had a link in here also for the NOTAM. I'm not sure if there's still a link for the NOTAM, but it's the 2024 one, and you could probably do a Google search and just find it. So we flew the real approach, and we flew it in the simulator. And we flew it to the real dots, which Say Intentions provided in the simulator. So it was cool to be able to do that, because most of you won't be able to do that in real life, all right? And that's one of the reasons we did it. It's also just fun, all right? So this is what it looks like. We'll talk about the marking, and then we'll go straight to awards, you guys. That's what we're going to be doing. So here's the Lake Parker Approach, the real one, and here's a picture of it. Now, when you have it in your face, you can make it as big as you want and look at it, or as small as you want. But there's the idea. This isn't showing you the airport diagram itself, but I'll show you that in the next, in the next page. But we start up here at Fantasy of Flight as the first waypoint. So anywhere you fly in from, could be from the west or the east or the north or the south, but you will fly up to here knowing that traffic is here. Leading up to this event, I have to be there, even though the expo starts on the Tuesday, I got to be there on Saturday, because planes are coming in left and right, and we've got to keep the people who have registered and anyone else, we got to help that flow. And when they all come in, it will be nose to tail. Half-mile separation, all of them flying at 100 knots, the faster ones flying above them at 150 knots. This becomes crazy, and that's part of the draw. Every pilot wants to do that. You've got to be able to have good control of your plane. You've got to stay at altitude. You've got to stay at speed. You've got to stay on course. This is all your skills. And of course, any pilot who has lots of hours will be able to do that easily. If you get out of sync or you get too close to the person in front, you have to get out of that sequence and go back to the start. Or you might be lucky enough that the controller here will tell you to do a hold around Lake Parker. And if there is a gap in the sequence, you can insert yourself back into the gap. That's nice if that happens. But many times they'll have you break out to the right and follow Highway 4 back up to the starting point. And there are plenty of planes that had to do that because they didn't follow the rules. They just break them out, see you later, sayonara, go back to the start. And if they keep doing it wrongly, then they won't let them come in. But anyway, it's pretty cool. So let me just say this, you guys. There are two controllers here. One is sitting here at Lake Parker, the power plant. They got a temporary setup there. They bring the generators, they bring a tent, they bring picnic tables and umbrellas, and they sit there with binoculars and a whole team of them and a radio, and they will call you on a specific approach frequency. And they'll call you by the color of your airplane, and they'll ask you to rock your wings. You do not talk on the radio unless asked a question. So not your conventional ATC communications. So they will say, red and white Cessna, rock your wings. You will do a really, like a really aggressive rock to show them that you heard them. Now they know you acknowledge that you can hear them. And then they'll just tell you to keep going, or they'll tell you to turn around and go back, or they'll tell you to do a hold at Lake Parker. And if you're lucky to continue on, then away you go. You'll travel directly west over to Highway 4, follow Highway 4 down, and then you're going to go straight down Airport Road into Lakeland Airport, and from there they're going to direct you to the proper dot. There is a north tower there, the normal frequency for the north tower at Lakeland, and from there they're going to have you go to a specific colored dot on a specific runway. That's a very elaborate and really cool thing to do in the simulator. Although we couldn't see the racetrack, we can see remnants of it, but we certainly can see the power plant, which is important. We can't really see this cake tower, they call it. Someday somebody will put that in as scenery. We can't see the white ball either, which is a water tower. But we're going to turn down Airport Road and head to the airport. It's very easy to find because in our simulator we have POIs, and the POI for the airport is right there, making it easy for us, that's for sure. Hi Zybok, how's it going? And Akeda says, wow, would not want to do that. Sounds like an accident waiting at, well, in Sun and Fun, there was an accident last year. That wasn't because of the approach, but it was because of something else. But same with Oshkosh, had an accident last year also over at the seaplane operations because people aren't following the rules. So, you know, it's important that they follow the rules, that's for sure. And it is a bucket list item, and if everybody pays attention, pilots do follow approaches properly. Pilots do follow the rules. I'd say 99.9% of them. And if the one didn't, it might be by accident and they'll just get out of the sequence. So that'll happen. All right. And then I just wanted to mention, I think I had one other one right here. So as you approach the airport, we're not going through the whole slide deck, you guys, but as you approach the airport, you'll use a downwind along Drainfield Road. But the controller from the tower here, the controller will talk to you before here, typically up here at Polk Highway, or like 570 here is Polk Highway. Polk Highway and Airport Road is typically an intersection where they'll have you rock your wings again to make sure you hear them, to make sure you're on the right frequency for the tower. And if you rock your wings, they'll direct you down Drainfield Road. They'll just say right downwind or left downwind, and they'll tell you which dot. All right. So a typical clearance from here would be red and white Cessna, rock your wings. They're watching with binoculars. Good rock, red and white Cessna, proceed on a left downwind. For runway 10 left, you're landing on the green dot, or cleared to land green dot. And so you still don't reply. And it's very hard for us as pilots not to reply. We're used to replying. We're used to always acknowledging a clearance. It's the law. And now we've got to bite our tongue and don't press that microphone. So what some of us have done in real life is we still acknowledge it, but we just don't press the mic button because we just can't help it. So we're still going to say cleared to land, runway 10 left, green dot. I mean, maybe we're just reaffirming it in our own mind where we're landing, right? And then we proceed to the green dot. Now you notice that the base doesn't have to be way out here where it normally would be. Out here by Amazon, there's a whole huge Amazon facility here, you guys. And in fact, during Sun and Fun, they have 4 737s still have to take off. But you notice because we're going to land on the green dot, this becomes our threshold, and this becomes our 45 degree here. You don't have to go way out to the end of the runway. We're not landing on the normal runway. So we're just doing our base, knowing how long we need to take to get to our green dot. In our case, we're going to put our wheels down right on the green dot and then coast from there. That's the landing challenge. And it sounds easy. Oh, you got this great big 50-foot wide fluorescent green dot. How can you miss that? I'll say this, you guys, nobody had a perfect score in this competition. There you go. And then when I demonstrated this, probably last Tuesday and maybe even Thursday, I didn't hit it every time, and I'm an experienced pilot. It's like, this is not an easy thing. And so this is why we do this, because this takes a lot of skill. And we saw some perfect dot landings. Now, no competitor last week, no competitor got a perfect score. So, you know, that's how hard it is. So, and some of them did not hit the dot at all. All right. And so don't feel badly. It's hard to do. Even me demonstrating it live, I could not always hit the dot. Right. It's true. That's how it works, you guys. All right. So I glued a drawing pin to my mic button. Yeah, that's yes. Ouch, don't hit that button. Ouch. Yeah, so that's how it works, you guys. It's actually very cool. And so we did 2 of the landings here and 1 of them here. Everybody had to do 3, well, minimum of 2. And if you did a 3rd one, you got an extra point for doing the 3rd approach, right? And let's talk about how we marked it now, and then we'll get on to the awards themselves. So come back to here. So here's the bottom line right here. A spotter's on the ground near your colored dot to see if your wheels touch the dot. Well, we had some technical troubles. First of all, Andrew had troubles when I said normally we do clear skies. He changed his to clear skies, and next thing you know, he couldn't see anybody. So we're learning. The sim is still new. The sim is still volatile, I'll say. And so if we can see people in the sim before the event starts, we're going to leave the conditions the way they are. That's what we learned from that, right, Andrew? We're just going to leave the conditions the way they are. We're seeing people come overhead. We need to see them come overhead. We need to see them hit the dot. So that distracted Andrew. He didn't see all the landings. I was looking on one of the cameras that didn't show anybody landing, and I heard that one of the other cameras, like Dr. No Thumb, saw it landing, so he saw somebody land that I didn't. So that was unexpected. We've done this many times at Oshkosh, and we had 2 or 3 spotters that could confirm who got full scores. So we really had trouble trying to figure out who actually did well. And then I had to ask the pilots what they thought also. Because there's an element of honesty here also, you guys. And so we had to figure out the scoring and make it happen properly. But here's how it works, you guys. So 5 points for touching down in the circle, both wheels and no bouncing. It sounds simple enough, right? That's your threshold. That's your landing spot. So get the wheels down, creep up on the thing, however you want to do it. You can't come in on a steep angle and expect to stay there without bouncing. So you've got to come in and figure it out. Is it 3 degrees like a normal approach? Is it 2 degrees like, is it 1 degree even? Or are you coasting a few inches above the ground and then drop? There's all kinds of strategies going on here. And in one year, we actually saw a glider do the touch and go. And it actually worked without bouncing. A glider, you guys, came in and figured it out. That's an experienced glider pilot. That was cool. All right, so you get 5 points. You're going to get 3 tries of that. You get 3 points for touching one wheel. In other words, you weren't aligned properly. And this did happen at Oshkosh, did not happen here. Nobody got the 3 points for touching one wheel. But I'm going to say it right now, you guys. I did award 3 points to a person who couldn't see the dot, but they guessed where it was, put the wheels down, and stayed down. They didn't bounce. And for those of us who were watching the dot on our screens, they were short of the dot, but they were guessing where the dot is. So I'm giving that person some leeway and giving them 3 points for that. All right? I think that's fair. We can't give them full 5. He didn't really see the dot, but he didn't touch it. So anyway, that's one thing that's could be challenged by the other competitors if they want. But this is a casual, fun thing, you guys, and I think all the competitors are okay with that. 1 point for touching the dot with whatever wheels, but you bounced. Any bounce at all is just 1 point. Of course, if you bounce outside the dot, then it's nothing, right? 0 points, right? Sorry I'm late. Teach! The dog ate my alarm clock. Kata says, I make calls when I'm flying in the sim when I'm alone, even though there's no response, right? Just have not done it in the sim, yeah, because no response is weird. So say intentions is so tempting. So Kata, I wish you'd been in the competition because we're giving away a free month of say intentions, for the winner, and you might have done it, I've seen you. You're good. All right, so so let's summarize this, you guys. Now, one other thing, 2 points for each Lake Parker approach. So the two main focuses here, the two main skills we had to master was learn the approach, fly the approach. And if you've flown it properly, 100 knots, follow the course, keep your altitude. Look at 3 things that there are plenty of sim flyers who can't do that. Some of you might be surprised at that. There are plenty of sim flyers who never had formal training, plenty of them, and plenty of sim flyers who never had sim training even. And they're all over the place. I don't know how you guys can do that so well. Well, if you have actual training, you'll learn how to do that properly. Well, we award points for having that skill. That's the idea. Just like in real life, you're not doing that approach properly. It's like you're out of there, right? So 2 points for each Lake Parker approach that you followed correctly. And you're going to have up to 3 approaches coming in, right? 1 point for following the approach and 1 point for keeping your speed. So I'm actually looking at both of those, all right? So now we're going to take your 2 best out of 3 landings, not the approach, but the landings, right? Your best 2 out of 3 for your score. And we did this at Oshkosh. It's a fair way to do it. One of your landings was, that was horrible. You got 2 good ones still, and some people have 2 perfect landings, and their third one wasn't, so they throw away their worst one, all right? Now you add 1 point for your third attempt, regardless of the outcome. And this is to encourage everyone to try a third time. That's what that's for. That extra point could mean the difference between first place and second place or third place. So you add a point for your third attempt, regardless of the outcome. Just do the approach, come in and land. All right. And then 0 points for not following controller directions or landing on the wrong dot. So, you know, I sent you to the green dot, you went further and landed on yellow. Too bad, so sad. You know, I mean, it's like horrible expression, isn't it? So a perfect event score is 17. I had to correct this from last week because I did my math wrong. So 6 points for 3 approaches, right? 2, 4, 6. 3 approaches, 6. All right. Now, 10 points if you have 2 perfect landings. 2 perfect landings. Your best 2, if they were perfect, would be a total of 10 points. And then 1 point we're adding in for your third attempt, regardless of the outcome. So a perfect score is 17. Nobody tied for first. I'll just say that, right? And if at first you do not succeed, put your plane down and watch the others. Oh, no, that's not what she said. If first you don't succeed, try again. That's true. I couldn't help it, Kate. I just had to add that in. If first you don't succeed, put your plane away and go get some lessons. That is so mean, isn't it? All right, so let's see what happened. That's how we mark it, you guys. Now let's go take a look at the standings. So the first thing I'm showing you now is the participant list. Let's go and see the participant list, which is right here. And the participant list right here, I'm going to put that up on the screen now. There's the participant list. All right. This is the landing challenge, the awards. And the very first one on the list, you guys, is there were 9 competitors. Actually, there's 8. There was somebody who registered twice. So 9 competitors, 8 competitors altogether. So there's UAF 006. And in fact, this is the same person who's now helping me with the website, with the ForderLearnToFly.com website, and making it current and adding cool stuff. And it's shaping up beautifully. If you haven't seen it recently, he's even got the events that are coming up. He's putting those in there also. Awesome. And he's doing it free of charge. I'm still trying to figure out how to get. I'm trying to sub him for 6 months as a thank you here on Twitch, but it won't let me sub him, so I'm not sure why. All right, I'll figure it out. You know. So anyway, this is actually very cool. Now he was a competitor. And so he gets a certificate. Every competitor who signed up and came and attended, or at least attempted, would get a certificate like this. All right. So there's the first one there, and this is something that I will furnish to you through Discord or email. I think each of you gave me an email address, and that's confidential, you guys. No one else sees that list, and I'll give you a gold frame to put it in. All right, and you can use that either virtually or you can print it and put it up. I think, Andrew, you got a few of these over the years.
1 or 2.
1 or 2. I think he's got 5 or 6, but you know, I don't know if he puts them on the wall. I don't know if they're worthy of the wall, but I think it's cool anyway. You might have you know, visitors to your house that come in and go, so you're a pilot now. Yeah. So yeah, I can see that ended up being a conversation that might be a little uncomfortable. It's like, well, not really. So, you know, anyway, this is, it's an easy, you know, I don't want to mail out. It's a big cost to mail out stuff. I'm at least going to do it this way, and I'm going to send these to you. So the next one, Noiseboy Mike, you guys saw him helping out as spotter, and he also helped out. He also was a competitor coming in, and he did place on the list, so that is cool too. And we appreciate that, Mike. Thanks for participating. Next on the list, we have Krabby One, you guys, and I think if I remember his notes to me, I think Krabby One, his dots didn't show up, or his flight plan didn't work right, or something like that, and it really messed him up. And so he still registered, he still attempted, he still is in the running, so appreciate him coming. Next up on the list, Top Glock 22. We saw a perfect landing from him. I think the last landing of the challenge, it was Top Glock, and it was awesome. Excellently done. And that was really cool. Then we see Craig. Now I'm just putting his name in the way he registered his pilot name. All right, and we saw the tag above the planes, but I'm putting in the pilot name on the certificates. All right, and there's an applause going out there. I think on my Tuesday night using the classroom, I don't think the applause has come through, but thanks for that, Krabby One. And But what we can do at the end, I'll give an applause on my special soundboard here, and I'll give you guys that. Peter Selly 3 was actually, I think it was his tag name also. Saw him coming in a few times also down Airport Road and heading in for the dots. Really cool stuff, you guys. Lots of fun. And this is the certificate of appreciation for registering and being in there. And as always, my co-host and friend for I don't know how many years now, Andrew. And Andrew was also in there attempting this, showing it to other people, and also in there with cameras helping us identify dots and stuff like that. And he certainly had trouble up there at the power plant trying to see them come in after we changed his weather over to clear skies for some reason. So I think you also did the warplane approach, Andrew, right?
Well, I buzzed around in the Spit for a little while before we got started, but
And that's on the
it
main
was very strange. I'm sitting up there at the power station, and I got Mike and I don't know, it was Mike and Kiwi Craig. Their tags are in front of me, and you said, "Well, can you switch back to clear skies?" I said, "Sure." So I go up, click, and select clear skies. Click up, come back into the sim screen. Not a tag to be seen.
forever after that. So, poor Andrew.
I
And then
literally
he got
had
distracted
to shut.
trying to figure everything out.
I tried just restarting the flight. I tried restarting going back out to the menu. I literally, in order to get the tags back, I had to shut the sim down and restart completely. It was very strange.
So, Srap, that's a great idea. Let's put it on our wall in our company office in career mode. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? I got to talk to Microsoft. That would be so cool. Andrew, so it's unfortunate that happened to you, and it's too bad because we had it organized. We have a controller sitting at the power plant to rock your wings. We had a controller over at the North Tower, which was me, to rock their wings. It would have worked fine, just like we've done before, but that's too bad. The sim let us down.
I did a landing on the dots Thursday night, and I did one Saturday morning when we finished up the group fly.
Right. And so did Ace of Spades with a twin engine Navion twin. He actually put it down on the dot beautifully, and he'd never flown that plane to a dot before. He never practiced on the dot. So that just speaks to the skills of Andrew and Ace of Spades, you guys. Just amazing. And then Comic Crazy 3, I think he's the last on the list here, and he also was a competitor and placed, so we're going to go see what that looks like now. So congratulations to each of you. That is just wonderful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We should have a cheer on that too, right? Yeah. Way to go. Nice work, you guys. All right, so the next thing we're going to do here is go take a look at who placed first, second, and third. And let's talk about the prize for them first. Let's just come over here. Let me just find the right one. I think it's this one. And we'll start out here. I can't show you that first because it's got their names on it. Okay, so I'll show you this one first. So drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Okay, I don't have a drum roll. Is there a drum roll on this thing? No, there isn't a drum roll. There's just this. Okay, that's not it. That's not it either. Okay, then. I'm just getting used to my new soundboard. So I'm just going to put it up on the list, you guys. Third place, Noise Boy Mike. Yay, Mike, way to go, man. He made third place, you guys. Is that cool or what? Is that cool or what? Yeah, and yeah, Bob says, Comic Crazy, you placed, buddy. Yeah. And Mike, way to go, man. Way to go. And this is your certificate. Your name is on the trophy. This is the only trophy I can send you, I'm afraid. And Sun and Fun Pilot, third place winner as a pilot participant. Now, I'm going to say this, you guys. Mike and second place are both tied. But I can't give out 2 second places. But I will if you want me to. All right, I'll go make another one. These were already set until I realized the final score just before we started the stream. So they both tied for second place. All right. But the second place and third place prizes are the same. So, and I know Mike's a very mild-mannered guy who's easygoing, and he would say, that's okay. But I'll make you a second place one also, right? Congrats, Mike. Way to go. That is so cool. Next on the list, you guys, I want to do number 2, but I think we have to go backwards to get to it because I kind of put them in the wrong order. So let's go maybe here. No, that didn't work either. Okay. So let's let's come out of it and start and go back to this one. Right there. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Second place winner, Comet Crazy 3. Let's give him a great big round of applause for that. This is so cool. Yahoo! Congratulations, Comet Crazy. And you guys did really well. And your approaches, I'll say all three, first, second, third place, all had perfect approaches. All kept their altitude, all kept their direction, and all kept their speed. And within the limits that we set, and you guys, there no fault at all there. I mean, you guys had perfect scores in that. It was the actual dot landing that had the troubles, right? Yeah, that's way cool. And each of these are going to be getting a prize. We'll talk about it in a second here, you guys. So let's go to number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. I even got them engraved for you guys, okay? They're engraved. I love that effect, I love that effect. Okay, in first place, ladies and gentlemen, and the first place winner of the bigger prize is Top Glock 22. Come on down, the price is right. You're the next winner on Landing Challenge, Sound Fun.
And just in case anybody is interested, Top Clock was actually Heisenberg in the in chat.
Right. Because and he did apologize for that, but you guys, no apologies needed. Let me just go have a quick look here and find my
yes, Heisenberg,
spreadsheet.
you won top prize on Saturday. Congratulations.
So Top Glock 22, you guys, his score was 14 out of 17. 14 out of 17, the high score. And no one else tied with him. And then the 2 second place ones, Noise Boy Mike and Comet Crazy 3, both tied at 11 out of 17. So that was pretty cool. And then the rest placed 7 or 6 or 5, right, as we go down the list. And if there's something in there, and I've asked the pilots ahead of time in an email, if there's something in there that we've missed, let us know, okay? This was a casual, fun time. As you saw, we had technical difficulties trying to watch the dots. And so if we've missed something and we're in error, by all means, let us know, all right? And we'll certainly fix that, and we'll get a certificate made for you. It'd be cool. Yeah, and I think, Meyer Flyer, I'm going to go to the VOD right now, and we're going to go take a look at some of them. I haven't sliced and diced the VOD. I know Andrew went through it in great detail to help me figure out who's first, second, third. I know Dr. No Thumb gave me some of his opinion on what he saw on his screen. I tried to gather from everybody because as host, I couldn't see. I even went to one screen that had a camera, but nobody landed there. But on another screen, they did land there. So, stuff like that happened. So it was tough to gather all that info, and I haven't been able to. I've got company this week too, which is distracting me. But I couldn't go through the VOD in great detail and pick out pieces. So we're just going to go ahead and into the VOD, scrub ahead. And if any of you know a spot where you've done a landing and we want to show it off, then we will jump into that part of the VOD and go find it. All right. So we're going to go see that. Coming Crazy was very appreciative in an email to you guys. He said he had a blast and congrats, Top Glock. And there's the spirit of good sport, you guys, is that we all have fun with it. And, really that's the essence, is to have fun with it. I'm trying to give, recognition so that you guys can be, incentive to come and do it again. Incentive to have another competition. We do the mock loop, which I haven't even figured out when we're going to do that this year. We do Oshkosh, as you heard. We have done a Silverstone event for flying, which is pretty hairy, and certainly Oshkosh quite a few times. So these kind of events that we do, when we've been the originals who did these things before other streamers are doing them, it's an incentive with prizes. Now the next one we'll plan even further ahead, and although I pinged Orbix, I didn't hear any reply from them. In the past, Orbix has been a great sponsor for these events and giveaway planes. But in lieu of the fact that it was too late to get prizes from vendors, what I've done is the channel is going to pay for the prizes here. And I just want to say first place is $50 at either Orbix or Sim Market. And these will be gift certificates that I'll be giving to you at the expense of ForderLearnToFly. And I also want to say that Say Intentions, who supplied the scenery and did all this great work for us, and they worked hard to make this happen for us, to make it a success, they're also giving away a free month of Say Intentions to the first place winner. And so that is cool for them to do that. And if you've already got a subscription for Say Intentions, then we'll talk to Brian about that and see what we can do. What I'm going to do is to send out to all 3 of you, if you don't have the cheat sheets yet, which I didn't draw last Tuesday, and I'm not going to draw tonight. I'm going to give away a set of the cheat sheets to each of the 3 contenders at the top. All right. I don't have enough to give away to everybody on the list, but I'll give these away to first, second, and third, and they also get their choice of whatever product they want on Sim Market or on Orbix, you guys. And so that's the prizes that they get. I think that makes it worth it. If we do another event, maybe you'll consider jumping in, because you get a trophy certificate and you get actual prizes you can use. All right, and maybe that'd be cool. Maybe that'd be cool for you guys. So thanks again, everybody. That has been awesome. Woohoo! Yeah, Kata has one of those sets and loves it. Yeah. Kata says 50 USD. That's like 200 Canadian. Actually, I guess it's USD. You're right. Holy moly, that's expensive. You're right, because when you go to those sites, I remember before, I've done the same in appreciation for the work that Ace of Spades has done, and Andrew. Now and then, when the stream can afford it, I will give them a certificate for $25 for one of the places, Orbix or Sim Market, and that's the denominations that I'll give out when I can. Everybody does these things for free, you guys, but I try to give them a reward now and then for all their hard work, so it's pretty cool. Congratulations to all the winners. Thanks for saying that, Bob. And you guys, way to go. Thanks for being in the event and making it happen. If nobody registered, we would have to just say, well, it's not going to happen. Anyway, this has been fun. Now, let's go and take a look at... Let's go to the VOD. And I'll just go like this, over to here, and then over to my content video producer, and we'll just go find that VOD. And then we'll go to the field live, and you guys can also try it. All right, that's what we'll do. Let's see, here. Saturday, Thursday, Tuesday. That's landing competitions here. Well, it says preparation. It doesn't look like it. Let me find out. Holy moly, what's going on? What's going on in chat, you guys? Holy moly, look who's generous. Heisenberg. Look at you, Mr. Generosity. Well, I'm trying to find this VOD here, and just a second here. Lake Parker preparation was that Tuesday. That was the 18th. I think it was. Where is the landing competition? Did it actually say preparation? Wow. What was the date, you guys? Do you remember? It was the 18th. I think I'm on the wrong one here. 20th. I'll just look at my list here. So today's the 25th. It was 1 week ago, which would be the 18th. Yeah, so it actually is listed as preparation, but it's actually the actual competition. Right there. It was on a Saturday. Landing competition, Lake Parker approach. Should be Saturday group flight, should be 29 minutes, 2 hours and 20. Could it actually be 29 minutes? No. I see someone in the water, so let me just try this one anyway. Here we go, we're live. Let me just see what happens here. No, I'm using the Zenith CH701. No, this was the Saturday. Sorry, guys, I don't have it ready here. Hold on. Let's just move this over for you guys. I'm looking at this one just so you know, and then I'll make it big screen. Let's go like this. This was actually this CH701. I brought it in for a landing here, so that's what this one is. Look at that. Must be weird for you guys to see me and me. There we go. That was weird for me to see it, I'll tell you. So this would have to be the Saturday morning of the event, and we all flew in. Let's just see that in
I
action.
just tried that.
Doesn't New Flight put the scenery back in the scenery folder, but doesn't he have to start the sim again?
No, it re-injects it into the sim.
Into the sim, not necessarily in the community folder. Right?
No.
Okay.
The planes are coming back in. The yellow dot's
So that's
back.
Ace of Spades. You hear? There he is there
Can't
on the
see if
right.
There's a green dot
He was
there with
with
all
us
those
on
name
Saturday.
tags. Give me a second.
I'm
just
flying
gonna
in.
fly
I don't
right
see a
over
green
it
dot.
now.
Should be a yellow dot.
All
up
right,
there.
I do have a green dot. Yes.
Okay, good.
So my yellow dot is now sunk into the runway.
And the funny part is, I just did New Flight on mine. Mine green dot is ground level now.
See, we're
Should
having all
be ground
kinds of
level,
trouble in the
yes.
morning. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I tested. Yeah, I have no dots, so I guess I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
but-
say New Flight.
It's such good
But
music.
2
Let's
minutes
stay
ago, there
here.
was no.
All right, let's move
I'm
forward.
gonna take a.
Let's see if there's a green dot. Who's gonna land on
My,
that? Okay, let's try that. Multiple sims that are running here or that are installed. Oh, we gotta see someone land on the dot. Look at the dot. That's a live dot, you guys. So New
All
Flight
right.
won't do it. This is Andrew's screen we're watching right now, you guys. Okay. Sort of hogging the runway. But I'm surprised
dots.
and
The dots
impressed
are
with.
there.
All right, wait, hold on. That's
No,
not the one we want. We want the one after it. So the one after it will be this one. Landing competition, Lake Parker. This will be it. And Mike,
There it
you're
is!
still smiling. You're a devious guy.
That's the right
You
one.
know, it's almost like your lips aren't moving in that picture.
Okay, let's come back to
our
the start.
competitors land their main wheels on the dot.
Okay,
They're gonna
we've heard
keep
all that,
rolling,
right?
Of course, they're airplanes, but if they get both those wheels on the dot, then they will get the full points. So, Heisenberg, I just want to pause everything and just say thank you very much for such a great gift for everybody. And I see a lot of people are appreciative. And I also see a new sub in there from Prime. And you guys, that is awesome that you actually have a sub in there from Prime. That is neat. And that's the way to do it, you guys. You know, you guys know there are, you know, people who do fly that will endorse ForderLearnToFly, like this one right
You
here.
know I can fly jets, props, and helicopters. I learned at ForderLearnToFly, your one-stop Twitch channel to learn it all. Oh, I need to ask, where do we go from here?
Ah, that kills me. So anyway, thanks for that, you guys. And thanks for saying that. Yeah. It's a pleasure to share our love of aviation here, you guys. It's so fun. Say something, Mike. Look
Something.
at everybody practicing behind us. Yeah,
Is that-
something. Is that why you chuckled, Andrew? All right, let's continue on and find somewhere where people are actually landing. Like right, there's Andrew in the spit. Come on, put it on the dot, Andrew. I'm just going to go look in our voice chat and. All right, let's find
what
someone
Andrew wants
actually
to do.
landing. I don't
see
know
you up in the air there,
numbers.
Andrew.
I see you're probably following the same tag that we have here, and then we will
we
see
used-
you coming. And we used. I don't want to confuse you guys with my voice twice, but we used Flight Events, which works great in 2024, and you can see the person's plane on the map, and it's events.flighttracker.tech. If you guys go to that URL and click on join, it'll give you the client. That's the easiest way to do it. Once you have the client, you'll start it and you'll put in your call sign and then say start tracking, and you will show up on the map as same as all the other hundreds or even thousands of people at times. You'll see them up here, and the tail that you see is the direction they're headed. So this person is heading straight up. There's Peter Selly there. Peter Selly with 3. And if you click on them, you'll actually see their speed. And this is how I know that they followed the track, they got the right altitude, and they got the right speed, because I was clicking off screen on one of my other screens, each of these people coming down through this whole approach. And that's how we figured it out, you guys. And then we knew this traffic from anyone who wasn't even registered, because you would have this running. Way cool stuff, and that's what we're doing here. Be able to tell when you're coming, and then we'll do a visual outside. They'll be coming down through Andrew. All right, so that's explaining what's going to happen as we watch them. Nobody There's said Kiwi dots Craig. are gone. Let me just come down here, see if we can get into chat. I'll go a little further. Pull it up here instead of waiting for each one to come down the approach, because each approach takes about 10 minutes, right? So once they get rolling, we'll see them start to roll in. This is the power plant, you guys. Mike Audio and Peter Sell are both together. I'm going to have Mike, I'm going to have you do a 360 and get some spacing in there, all right? I'm not going to send you back to the start. So if you wouldn't mind doing a 360, get some spacing in there. So I'm looking at the map and seeing them really close. Between Peter Sell and Kiwi Craig is perfect. It's enough for us to be able to watch what's going on.
Comic Crazy.
Happening with a few. Now, just picture this, you guys. In real life, they would be half a mile apart at 100 knots at 1,200 feet. This becomes a conga line of thousands of pilots before and every day, every single day of the week of the expo. Here we've got a few contestants who are going to be practicing or being judged on their landing skill, but they have to do the approach to get the points for that. All right, too. So we got the idea. Let's go find somebody who's coming into land. I'm just going to do it like this so we can see them.
But not so fast.
And there we are in trouble. There's the power plant. So that's my camera now because Andrew lost everybody on his. All right, let's come over here, see if we can find an actual landing. Plane, almost. Yeah, there's a plane there. Yep. So the plane, see everybody, Andrew. We're gonna have to restart our sim from scratch. I tried it from the starting screen, from the screen where you check your multiplayer, but we got to go right out of the sim, I think. This is Dr. Notham, you guys. His camera. Not mess around. I'm gonna quit completely. So. Right now, it's, all of us would be watching, but right now we've got to rely on Dr. No Thumb to be watching the dot. That's you, Mike. And see how they do. They're coming in one wing at a time.
I was going to say, yeah, watch Mike as he builds his plane in midair.
He's going to build his plane in midair. He's a kit builder on the fly. Isn't that freaky? Wow. He's flying the 172, you guys. It's the plane that Mike loves to fly. Well, you guys can see it from the label. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Twitch is a strange beast. That's for sure, Jeff. Yeah. Okay, so he's on downwind, you guys. Let's just move ahead of him. I was trying to get my sim working, so I wasn't watching chat. You said you got... I was showing people how to do it, and I missed. There he's on base. So I only got it today when I used the 701. You know what? You got to be slow, everybody, to be accurate. So here's what we do: we watch with one of our cameras. And expect to hit those things and not bounce.
I don't expect to hit it anyway, going slow.
Yeah, focus, Mike. Focus. You're on final. Focus. Focus, Kimosabi. He's coming in. Looks looking good. Everybody's holding their breath. Oh, oh, oh. Oh my gosh! Oh, that looked like he might have had both wheels. I saw one wheel go in. See, like it's hard, you guys, and we didn't have the benefit of the VOD, right? Right at the end. Let's just see that. What's the deal, dude? Wheels. I saw one wheel go in. The suspense. What a nice shot. I think it's one wheel, you guys. I think it's one wheel. So that, officially, that should have been a 3. When I think we actually didn't give you any points for that one because we thought you were long. So, Mike, you'd add a 3 on that, Can we back it up just a little? No, we can't. Anyway, you're on final. Focus. I'm going to see if I can stop it now. Maybe both wheels touched and one wheel rolled off before the other, right? But, this is hard to do, you guys. I mean, we could spend hours analyzing and trying to figure it out, but we were just lucky that Dr. No Thumb figured it out. All right, I want to make sure, because when I hover here, my cursor disappears and then I miss it. So I'm just going to hover. Is that a wheel on the green? I think that's a wheel on the green, Mike. I think it's a wheel on the green, my friend. Yeah, the spacebar can stop a video and play a video. Yeah, I guess we could do it that way, yeah. And then he rolled out from there. Ooh, that did look good. I mean, we could have spent hours doing this, you guys, and trying to figure it out, but here comes Comet Crazy. He's heading down on downwind. Let's find him. There he is coming in on final. Remember, final is the taxiway, you guys. So let's see if we can pick him up. Go to Dr. No Thumb's screen, probably. That looks like he's looking at him going by. Hold on a sec. No, we missed him. Okay. How did we miss him? There he is. If that doesn't work, we're going to let you just do a go-around because I had you rocking your wings late. Holy moly. You guys wonder why he did so well. Look at that. And look at the plane he's flying. Right? That is beautiful. Ooh, baby. And that's the commentary inside. Yeah. Yeah, Srap says, sorry, Mike, all rulings are final. Tuning in late. Dane Sever, how you doing? I sent you a reply in Discord about the scenery, and I just told everybody about your latest update on the scenery, and that they should go get an update once you finish with that. All right, so that was Comic Crazy. That was good that we caught that, you guys. It was wonderful. Here comes Top Glock. Let's see if we can pick him up on final. He is, maybe I missed him. Nope, he's over there. Coming in. Looks like he's on base right now. Yep. And let's just come over one I'm not keeping track of who's doing what, but these guys,
Hey, Jeff.
you know, the approach is... Ooh, back it up. Back it up. Like a Tonka truck. Back it up. No, too far. Right there. Perfect. Okay. I'll do the spacebar thing like Super Ty says, with colored dots for them to land on. And that keeps the spacing for all the thousands of pilots coming in. See, he's building his plane on the fly too. We're all kit builders now. Yeah, the drawing distance for the plane. Let me just see if I can stop it better. Without my cursor there. Look how close. Okay. He is. Dr. No Thumb's on it. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. Short. And run right through it. Looked like it was before the dot. So, you know, it's the beauty of stop action is always nice afterwards, but, you know, it's tough to do that. And then over here, who we got? There's Hermit there. Here comes Peter Selly. I don't think we had one of that. What? Sometimes life gets in the way. Life or wife? What? Oh, look at this, you guys. All right, let's watch this. This is cool. Is that what he's flying for real? That's cool.
The Optica?
That's a nice slow-moving plane, you guys. That's a nice slow plane. That should be able to flop it down. Here we go,
flop it down.
He's on the approach. Flop it down. And he's... I don't know. I'm pressing spacebar. Yeah, I didn't think that would work, Super Ty. You got to be focused on the screen.
I'm going to throw that based on what's on the...
So that's why I don't use the spacebar. You got to have one screen for that. All right. It does work if your cursor's on the screen. It's just like the sim, right? I got way too many screens here. It's too sharp a base, you guys. So let's let him land. Don't worry about rocking. Remember now, you guys, when you do have to rock your wings just in real life, you got to do it drastically.
Kind of thing, but I'm not going to...
I don't... Nerving inside the plane, but that's what we want to see from the ground. Right, let's switch over to Dr. No Thumb, who's watching him come in. Is that what he's flying for real?
The Optica?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody flying the Optica
That's a nice slow plane. That should be able to plop it down. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's on the approach. He's got his flaps down, and he's... Actually pulled it off. Look at that. He's there. The wheels are touching. He's doing it. He's doing it. Oh, now the spacebar doesn't work at all. Okay, let's do that. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell on the fly, isn't it? But that is a nice slow plane. That should do it for sure. Isn't that cool? But that is just so cool.
I'm going to throw that based on what's on the stream. I'm going to throw that as slightly late.
Yeah, it looks slightly late when it was live. Yeah,
a tire rotation late.
Yeah, it looked late.
I may just shut down. You guys can continue on without me.
Let me get closer so everybody can see the rock. Got to see a rock, everybody. Got to see a rock. Hopefully I can see his plane. No, I don't see his plane. So, you know, this multiplayer thing, you guys, I don't know. It's too bad Say Intention Skynet thing isn't working yet for everybody. So normally we'd have him rock his wings. We're gonna let Dr. Notham pick it up from there. For some reason he can see them. So it's something in our multiplayer set. So he's on his downwind. He's making his turn to base. One short final. Here he comes. Cessna 172. He's got flaps down. Looks like 2 flaps. Boy, he's coming in hot. Not touching yet. Boom. Not touching yet. Boom. Yep. I think he dropped afterwards. You come in that fast, you guys, there's no way you can drop, right? Without bouncing. He's coming in hot, though. You want to get close to stall speed, typically 1.3. I saw you drop final. Yep. Final for green dot. You should be down that way. Yep. There he is. All right. Here comes Cessna 172. Mike Audio, you guys. He's on voice. You heard him a minute ago. Let's focus and let him have some silence. Achoo! Oops, sorry. So that was live, you guys. I couldn't help it. It's Mike.
Oh, too early.
Achoo! Oh, I did do an achoo there. Okay.
That
That was recorded, so I sneezed. There we go. Oh, that's funny. All right, so yeah, that he dropped too early. Okay, here comes somebody. This looks like maybe Comet Crazy. He's on short final now, coming in for the green dot. No tag. Wow. Peter Sally says green dot was not showing. I estimated it. Son of a gun. That's too bad. Yep.
Yeah, I think it was Comic. He was the only one flying the X
Oh.
Cup.
He's running the WB sim. I should have. Oh, maybe I don't. I had it on my other version of the sim. I had it in beta. I might not have it here on my Steam version. Yep, he was already on the ground before the dot, you guys. Yep. Ooh. Looked like he hit first. Yep. He did. So that was a lot of fun, you guys. I mean, the whole time Mike smiled, you know, like this. The whole time. And, you know, it's really good that he can hold his face like that. You know, I think he should get into acting. And, you know, we had a lot of fun with this. That's a live screen behind us. And this is a tent we put out on the field there between the taxiway and the runway. So there's very busy traffic there. So, but we really appreciate the work that Say Intentions did on this. We appreciate the volunteers who helped with this. We appreciate the moderators in chat who kept the channel clean, of course, and kept us informed. Yeah, I had my eyes closed on that one. This happened to be the caption. Too close to the plane in front, you actually have to go back to the very start. Yeah, I'm frozen there too. Yeah, look, both of us. Say something, Howard. Nope. Say something, Mike. No, we're not going to say anything. Start, or they'll have you hold at Lake Parker. Every one of those planes behind us never hit again, you guys. You can see there's like Kiwi Craig. If he were too close to another plane, well, like these two guys life flying this thing, or even this one's too close, we would have him hold at Lake Parker. That's all we would say, because it's a published hold, VFR hold for this event in real life in the NOTAM. And so if the controller who's right here that tells you to rock your, you don't need to hear all that stuff again, you guys. If you want, or else. Now you can see back on this one, just a minute. See this one right? All right, we've got Kiwi Craig coming in, you guys, heading in toward, coming up Airport Road. Right here, you can see Kiwi Craig. I've clicked on him, and you can see his altitude is 1200. His heading, well, it doesn't matter at the point because he has to just hit the right VFR marks. And then you can see his speed is 99 knots, so that's within tolerance. We gave 10 knots plus or minus, and we gave, or sorry, ground speed's 100. We gave altitude, we gave plus or minus 100, and he's at 1217. It's supposed to be at 1200. So you can see this is what we were watching. I was specifically watching their speed and their altitude to make sure that they got their points for their approach. And they hit all the right VFR points. Here they are coming off the highway here, straight down Airport Road, and he'll come into here and do his landing. It was pretty cool, right? Maybe SI could be persuaded to add a meatball at the dot for next time. A meatball. at the dot. You mean like on ships? Is that what you mean? Oh, heading towards the rock position. I'll see if I can see him again. Probably not. To make a left turn, I want you to head down on a right downwind. Okay, there's a rock. We're finally going to see a rock, you guys, here. Okay, let's do a rock. Here we go. Whatever works. Ah, Kiwi Craig, rock your wings. I see him. Now there's a delay because on the rocking his wings on the stream, you guys. Good rock, Kiwi Craig. I want you to make a left turn. I want you to head down on a right downwind for the yellow dot. Left turn on a right downwind for the yellow dot. And there he goes, you guys. He's making the left turn. And follow Dane Road. I think it's called Dane Road. That's your downwind length right there, everybody. And you're going to be coming in on runway 28 right. I'll give you guys a visual what that looks like down here. Turn anywhere you want. Just judge it yourself. You're coming in on the yellow dot. It's pretty close there. And this has now become where my pointer is, has now become 28 right. He'll be coming in slowly now and landing on the yellow dot. Yeah, like on aircraft. See how he's doing. Yeah. Looking good. He's on the right downwind. He's making his turn to base. No radio communication is necessary, even in real life. The rock your wings is your acknowledgement.
Peter, could you rock your wings? Just to make sure I'm actually seeing him.
You are seeing him. That's great. Can you see him close enough to rock his wings?
That's the worst part. As I said, rock your wings, and then his plane disappeared, but his tag's still.
Because you're so far away. That's why.
Yeah.
Got to get right in there. All right. Let me see if Dr. No Thumb is there. If he's there at the yellow dot, that must looks like he is. Okay, leave it there. Yeah, he's got great video, you guys. I do have Ace of Spades on the dot too, but I'll just watch here. Dr. No Thumb's got some great video going here. Shoot. I tried the spacebar thing again, didn't work. All right, let's come back to here. Right there, maybe. Spades on the dot too, but I'll just watch here. Dr. No Thumb's got some great video going here. After, yep. Oh man, little touchy bounce too. Yeah, pretty cool. That sideways view might be. What's the secret? Anybody want to share a secret? And so that's how it went the whole day. Trying to follow him. Talk about fun, you guys. Now what I'd like to do. There he goes. So he's listening to the stream audio. Let's see where we are here. Top clock coming in. Good rock. He's rocking his wings. Rock. Nice rock. Thanks for that. Wow. If you wouldn't mind making a left turn on the downwind, we're going to be doing a right downwind for runway 28 right. You're going to be landing on the yellow dot. You're clear to land. Uh-oh. Welcome Andrew's to Sun and Fun. Just went off. You guys, Andrew's power went off real time right now. That's what he's saying in chat.
Turn it downwind.
Although you hear him in the video, Andrew's not online right now. Uh-oh, he's got a storm in the area. That's another thing Say Intentions did, you guys. Those dots, you can see they're still visible from this far away. They weren't visible after 800 feet when they first put these in, and they had to work on figuring out how to make those visible for airplanes coming in from a distance. Way to go for them. They really worked hard at it, and they did a great job. That's why we give them the mention here, you guys. So I'll also mention, you guys, that all of the aircraft you see there, there's tons of airplanes, and it didn't affect our frames. I don't know how it didn't affect our frames, and Brian was very careful with that. He kept asking me if our frame rates were dropping because of it, and I found no degradation at all in 24 with all those planes on the grass, all those planes everywhere, which is really what it's like in real life. In the past, we always had trouble with that sort of thing. Just about over. Here comes somebody. Let's follow this one. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, everybody. Oh, yeah. Man, does that look good. He's almost touching right there. Almost touching. Yeah, Comic Crazy, right? You had smooth frames during the event, no issues. And they had, look at all the planes. All these planes here was injected dynamically by Say Intentions, you guys. All of these planes. That's just one field. The field behind us to the south. 2 fields behind us to the south are full of planes too. And surprisingly, it's like I didn't see any difference. I was measuring. I wanted to test this ahead of time. All right, let's just do that. That's got to be it. He's almost touching now. Look at that. He's on. That's a perfect landing right there. Who was that masked man?
There.
I would say he's
drag
there.
it, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it. Cut. That's a lovely landing.
Who,
Smack in the middle.
That was very nice.
who was that?
Sweet.
Who was that masked
I
man?
should have
Nice
taken those
finish.
dots out.
Nice finish. You should have taken the dots out, Mike. You weren't with
I
it.
knew I should have.
Get the. You guys are funny. That was you. Okay, that was you. Nice. That was sweet. Yeah, Mike says he should have taken the dots out. And then, you know, we sent Mike down onto the field. He's down there now inspecting the dots before the next competitor. And paint over the yellow now. He's going to paint it a different color. And there's Mike
you
now.
were
He
a
got out
devious
the
man,
he
right?
got out the paint can,
That
and
was
now
fun,
he's
Heist. It
down
was
working
great.
at the
Thank
field.
you to the participants and you guys. I hope you can tune in Tuesday, and if not, then come to the VOD. We're going to be doing them then. I can't get the certificates ready in time today. You guys would be waiting around while I do all my art, you know, my magic with my art. And there's Mike painting right now down on the field. Just
I'm
in
gonna make
case.
sure this is not yellow. He
That's
didn't have
it.
the yellow one.
That's right. Make him do it again, right? Yeah. That is so funny, you guys. Oh my God, you guys are so much fun. And anyway, that's the VOD. You guys can go see the VOD. It's here. All the VODs are here from the practice leading up to it. And then, and this is the one we're on right now that's broadcasting. It'll be saved there in a minute. So that's what's there, you guys. You can go see it yourself and have a look at it. And if you find that there was some kind of error going on, then I do apologize. I mean, we didn't have this, you know, frame by frame analysis. We weren't that we weren't that strict about it. You know, we just did a poll of how did it go, right? And we wanted to see how it went. So that was pretty cool. So congratulations to the winners. That's all we're going to do now. We could go to the field, you guys, and do a practice yourself if you'd really like to. There's the field there. I'm just going to jump in there on a helicopter and fly around at the field. If anybody does want to come in the last few minutes of the stream here, it won't be a long stream tonight. We just wanted to do the awards, and we wanted to make sure that people got recognition where it was due. Let me just go find the award screen again. And this is real time, you guys. This is what it looks like right now where I am here in Florida. Let's change that to that so we can check it out. And then we'll come over here also and let's hear that in action. Way cool. Now if I'm on runway 10, let's just get up in the air here. A little bit of anti-torque, okay. And let's just get over here. Let's go check it out. And this is the only way to land on the appropriate dots, you guys. Right, Mike? Mike was going to do this during the competition, and he decided not to. This is what he was going to do. Here, let's give you guys a visual from outside. Krabby, thanks for saying that, and it was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys jumping in. It was nice. Let's come down here, you guys. So let's see if Howard can land on the dot. Here we go. It's cheating, I know, but you know, I can definitely land on the dot now. Matter of fact, I'll just like hover over it first. There we go. Right there. Hover. There we go. I think I'm on it. What do you guys think? Oh, a little bit of creep there. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. What a beautiful sight. All right. I can put both skids on the dot. I can do that. There we go. I just wanted to show you guys I can do this. That's the green one, and now let's go. Let's go you. Okay, there we go. Let's head over to the yellow one. Well, it's kind of weird doing it this way, but I'll do it this way so you guys can look at all the planes on the left, all the planes on the right. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Oops, I better slow down. And this is the other one. Look at all the airplanes they put in here. I'll see if I can steady this thing without going anywhere. Here we go. A little harder when I landed it. And all of those, isn't that a beautiful sight? And that was dynamically thrown into the sim while we're here. We ran the say intentions client first, and then we run the sim, and that's how it does it. But if you've already run the say intentions client and it's already put them in there, they're still sitting in your community folder. But there was a new version of the client today when I started it up, so I decided to run it first before the sim. Anyway, those are the dots that they put in, and there's all the planes that they put in. Everywhere you look, there's airplanes, and it's surprising that that didn't affect our FPS. But you can see I've got no jitters going on here other than my flying ability, but other than maybe some jerky movements here. But even all of these over here, you know, just like in real life, you guys, there's a ton of planes. Now they're not going to fill the field completely, because even this many planes on the field could have affected our performance. It's just amazing that it didn't, right? Yeah, SI, Comic Crazy, SI is putting those in there. So when you run SI first, they're putting all those planes in plus the dots. That's what's happening. Hey, Strap's on the field. He's in the SR-22. Nice. Way to go. Way to go. Krabby's here also. You guys want to do an attempt before we finish, or no? We don't want to do a live attempt coming in. I'll just stand over here somewhere and turn it off. And I'll be watching the dot. Here we go. Let's try this. Little fancy footwork there. A little bit crazy. If the camera would catch up to me, I could see where I'm going. That's why I don't like flying from the outside. Because the camera work, if the camera hasn't caught up to you, then it's a really weird attitude, right? Let's just do this. That, I'll just sit maybe a little closer, maybe a little bit, maybe there. Right about here. Mike's in chat. Mike, you're in chat. Yeah, we heard your voice in the VOD, but we didn't know if you were around. Yeah. You won! Oh, you didn't see your certificate yet. We got somebody coming in? Krabby's coming in. Okay. So let's head out. Here. There he is. Oh, he's on the main runway. Behind me. That's the main runway behind me. Okay. Yeah, Mike, you get... Oh, look at that. Ooh, that was looking good. Too bad I didn't have a camera really close on it, right? Just give me a second, you guys. I just wanted to get... I was starting to get the certificates out again so I could show Mike what he won. So, Mike, you got a normal certificate for participation. I'll show you that one first. There's your certificate for a certificate of appreciation for your participation. So you get that regardless of the outcome, along with all the rest of your competitors. And then you also got, out of the 3 places, you also got, you actually got 2nd place, Mike. I'm going to make you a new trophy because the 2 of you, you and Comic Crazy, came in 2nd with the same score, all right? And then Top Glock 22 got 1st. It was pretty cool. And that's your certificates, you guys, and that'll be sent to you by the email you provided. Let's see if I can get a better view here. Oh, that's a better view. Yeah, the helicopter's kind of in the way, isn't it? It's better to use the drone camera, you guys, but once I let go, my helicopter stick is a Virpil, and I've taken the springs out, and I've got smoother helicopter flying because of it. Oh, got ourselves a big plane flying here. Oh, sounded like a big plane flying here. So if I let go of my cyclic right now, it'll flop over and the helicopter will go crazy. So even if I let go now and then grab it again, look. Oh, look, it's going to stay there. I've ruined a couple of missions already by letting go of the stick, and the helicopter just goes clunk. Oh, we can bring back our... Well, Andrew won't be in there, but we can bring back our... Oh, Andrew's not there. Okay. Our video can come back now. Anyway, lots of fun, you guys. I don't know if you guys want to try this or not, but I'll just put this back where it was. I think that's where it is. And we can just do something like that. Oh, here comes Strap. Okay. All right, let's see that. If I do the drone right now, I might lose the helicopter, but that's okay. Set it down, go here, and then go here. Is he still coming? There he is. He's on downwind. There we go. It's probably the best angle to see both of the wheels, of the main wheels. Oh, Max is coming too. Doesn't look like Strap's coming on the approach, so he's just flying around having fun. But look, we do have Manx coming in, low and slow. I guess he was already on the runway, maybe. Yeah, I couldn't tell. Slow and slow the whole time, right? Yep, I just looked at chat. Yep. Looks like Strap might be coming in. We'll just have a quick look here. We used to be able to click and follow him, but I don't even want to chance it right now. I'll wreck the video. Oof. Might not see as the wheels. Ooh, look long. It looked a bit long and it looked like a bit of a bump. Man, I'm going to stay over here next time. I couldn't keep up with them. Typically, they're really low and slow, you guys, so it's you can usually keep up with them. But this is probably the best angle to see both wheels touch right there. And boom, afterwards. It's tough, you guys. If you ever want to try it, just come here, do the say intentions thing, come here and give it a shot, and just see. And if you don't have say intentions and you can't see these dots, come on over to the resort, the Forder Resort. We've got dots on that runway you can try on, and give it a shot and see how it works. Now, say intentions can put these dots on any airport in the world. So we just have to say where the next competition is, and they can make the dots happen, you guys. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, you remember Mike, right? Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's the fun of it all. It's been a riot, honestly. And we're going to just wrap it up now and go to credits. The credits are all of those who... Yeah, the sound is suppressed for that, you guys, because we're doing a YouTube broadcast at the same time. So it won't wreck copyrights. But let me just get back in the plane, or get out of the plane completely. Back to here, and back to here, and then away we go into the sunset, and then we'll go into credits. Let's go off into the sunset like this. Super Ty says, see you on Thursday. We'll come with any news and any... Oh, Strap just did another attempt, you guys. And away we go from here. Where do we go from here? Off into the sunset. That's where we go. Look at that. thanks you guys for your participation. We'll go to credits now, and we'll just say thank you to everyone for your participation and your help in making the event happen. And let's do another one in the future. If you have ideas for another event, let us know. We'll see if we can make it happen. All right, it'll be a lot of fun. Close your eyes right before you dump power. That's the secret. We'll see you later, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we shall see you soon. Take care.